Mega dittos, guys. It's a rare Saturday appearance from yours truly, a Rush Rider. Just wanted to share, now that the official election season has started, we'll give you a little longer version of what we do during the week, which is usually the Maga Minute. But today I just want to help you guys that are serious about getting involved in President Trump's campaign. You can go to donaldjtrump.com, register with Laura Trump and all the others that are leading the effort for Trump's people, David Bossie and all included, to get President Trump back elected. We here in the Northeast, obviously, there are some states that are up for grabs. I would offer you Pennsylvania and Virginia. Other states, New Jersey, Maryland, it's going to be an uphill climb. We still want to fight for Republicans in those areas, obviously. But at the same time, we want to focus our efforts each day talking to our neighbors. And I know when you do that, it's hard to bring up President Trump in some cases. There's nothing for you to be shy about or afraid about. I'll show you just how easy it is to run circles around anybody telling you that you shouldn't be voting for a Republican or let alone for Donald Trump. Let's talk about item number one, the price of food. If you remember when President Trump was in office and the price of gas came down, prices did not skyrocket. Nothing changed. In fact, he had gas prices lower than they had been in years. And then we started to become energy independent, which would have led to prices actually dropping, not becoming more expensive, but actually decreasing. Joe Biden allegedly wins the election in 2020, and I think you all know now how he did it, why the Democrats did it. It wasn't about Biden. He didn't get more votes than Hillary or Obama, but obviously we're to believe that somehow he did, and we are also to believe that it was President Trump's mean tweets that led suburban housewives to give up on him. I would actually offer the contrary. Nobody gave up on Trump in 2020. He got 12 million more votes than he did in 2016. Hillary Clinton must really have a hard time accepting that reality. So, the price of food and the price of gasoline are items 1 and 2, and they're actually really interconnected. When gasoline prices were intentionally raised by the Biden administration, after 6 months, 9 months, prices of food started to skyrocket. You've seen chicken, you've seen beef, you've seen eggs, you've seen dairy products. Go to the fast food restaurants. You've heard recently at Five Guys, you can get a cheeseburger combo with a milkshake maybe for $25 with a $2 tip. The milkshake might actually be about $30 last time I was there. But if you go to McDonald's, if you go to Wendy's, you buy 2 sandwiches, a drink, and fries, you're looking at $15, $20 as well. And that is not something that we have to accept. With the right kind of president and leadership, I would offer you President Trump. We can see gas prices come down again, oil prices come down again, and energy independence, yet energy dominance happen right here in the United States and drive those prices right back down where they should be. Let's talk about the price of electricity. The winter time has passed, and I just paid my second $400 bill. That used to be about $300, so we're paying $100 more a month here in the Northeast. Not sure what you are paying where you are, but obviously in California and New York, you guys are just stuck on stupid. You keep voting for Democrats, and they don't care how much money you have to spend to live in those states. They will take almost every penny, every paycheck. If you're tired of that, I would offer you, across this country, vote for President Trump. Government doesn't need more money. Government needs to have a budget, just like we do in our households. Government needs to have restrictions, just like we do when we go to the bank. If we don't have the money, we can't spend it. It's time to send that message to government. It's time to tell those in Washington that we're tired of them wasting our tax dollars around the world and take care of America. Make sure we're safe. Take care of Israel. Make sure she's safe. And then we'll talk about anything else. So that brings us to our next big item today, the border. And the border crisis, folks, it's not just a simple issue of the broken immigration system. The immigration system is working just fine. I actually have family members that were getting their green cards during the entire COVID process, some of which still are on hold 4 years later, because the immigration system is focused on infiltrating as many people through the southern border as possible to help destroy this economy, to help bring down the prosperity that we share here in the United States. And this is an amazing prosperity that's equal opportunity for all that are willing to work hard, that are willing to save money and do their best. So I encourage you guys, when people say President Trump is all about rich people, ask why all the mega donors, billionaires, are supporting Joe Biden and Democrats. President Trump has many supporters, and most of us, like myself, have donated $25, $50, and that adds up when you have millions and millions of supporters. When you're Joe Biden and you have about 15 or 20 per state, as you can imagine, you need as many billionaires as you can get. And when you cook the books, well, like Joe Biden said, give us enough time, we'll have enough votes. It doesn't matter who votes for Trump. We'll have enough votes to win, he said in an interview, as long as the media helped him the way they helped Obama to help him win the election by giving them more time to count those fraudulent votes. Can't have that here in 2024, folks. Let's talk about handguns and assault rifles, which nobody can seem to define. Let's talk about our public schools and safety. Another big issue for everyone, not just Democrats, Republicans, independents, but anybody with children or grandchildren. You need to understand your future isn't just on the line in this election. It's the future of your children and grandchildren literally on the line. It's been drawn. There is no coming back from this one. We barely have been hanging on the last couple of years. The school system is a mess. And when they offer school choice, we're told that that is racist or that it's somehow not fair. It's totally fair, and it is necessary to make sure that public schools are held to account, not to be in there brainwashing our children and teaching them to hate each other, but teach them the basics of math, science, literature, history, social studies, preparing them for a successful career. That all starts right there in high school. Elementary school and middle school, they're important. But high school, these are the future voters within 4 years. And they're being brainwashed right now. My own children are suffering from some of that. But I will tell you this. You guys have the power where you are in the local school boards to vote for Republicans. Vote for conservatives, all the way from the bottom to the top. Vote for President Trump, obviously, and you'll see massive changes coming to the educational system. Even free, allegedly free, online education through the U.S. government. It won't be free. It'll be paid for, but it will be without any of the racist policies that are being taught in some of the public schools now. It'll be without the radical sex agenda being taught through the schools now. It'll be a college class you can actually take and use for a job and successful career, something else Democrats have zero interest in promoting. Let's look at tax cuts. Your taxes are about to go up. If you vote for Joe Biden, it's a guarantee. Your taxes can come down, but you'll have to vote for Donald Trump. Again, talk to your neighbors about this. Explain to them that most Democrats right now aren't interested in your checkbook or in your family and how they're doing. They're interested in power and how to get more. It's time to take back the power, which President Trump attempted to do in 2016 through 2020. COVID were the nails in the coffin of eventually what turned into a very, very fragile election in 2020, and the scales were easy enough to tip. This time, guys, if you have 200 million Americans with children and grandchildren, if half of us vote for President Trump, that's 100 million votes, and it's a landslide victory. No president in history has ever had that many votes. That's what we're going for this year. 100 million votes across the country. Democrats cannot produce enough fraudulent votes to eclipse that victory. And only we, guys, you and I and our neighbors, our friends and family, can achieve it by working together. Let's look at one last thing. We have career opportunities that we've talked about. We've also talked about China in the past. I want to bring it up again. China and Russia have signed some sort of treaty, probably in preparation for their planned invasion of Taiwan, which will probably happen soon under Biden out of fear for President Trump coming back. Guys, the world's in chaos. It's not just in China and Russia where we're having problems with Ukraine. Look at Israel. The nation of Israel is under attack in our own government. People like Chuck Schumer are calling for President of Israel to be overthrown, Netanyahu to be replaced, calling for sort of insurrection. These are the same guys that lie about January 6th. Now they want to destroy Israel's chance at fighting for freedom and having conservative leadership. In Jesus' name, no. We love Israel. They're our real ally. China and Russia just voted against a stand down, keeping the Israeli war going. Russia loves having the Ukraine war going. The oil revenue is just pumping in and pumping in. And guess who's still buying Russian oil? The United States of America, thanks to Joe Biden. Have you had enough, folks? Chances are everybody has. And there are some people that are just going to vote Democrat no matter what. But there's a whole hell of a lot more of Americans like you and I that are suffering in this economy, that want to get back to building a stronger America, that are ashamed of our government. But we love our country. If that's you, welcome to the Rush Limbaugh page here on Facebook. Let's grow this movement. Let's get out there. I've been talking to Hannity recently. I've been talking to David Bossie. It's amazing to be able to have that kind of connection. But at the same time, with any kind of power comes great responsibility. So if you guys want to know where the pulse is here in the Northeast, I can clue you in on a few things. But you don't need me. You need yourself. You're an American. You can do anything. There's nothing special about this page We do celebrate America and American exceptionalism. We do celebrate our other Father in heaven, Rush Limbaugh. We do celebrate all those patriots that are out there in uniform, out of uniform, serving America abroad, serving America at home. But most of all, we want to fight for freedom for all. We're willing to stand up and fight for people that disagree with us because that's what Americans do. We're here to defend liberty. We're here to spread freedom, to be a light in the darkness for this world, and an example of what government can be when it serves the people instead of the people kneeling to serve their government. Let's take back America, guys. President Trump is on the ballot, and you better vote for him in November if you want to see your future, your children and grandchildren's future prosper. Rush Pinball, checking out, trusting you'll do the right thing. Send me a message. Love to hear from you. Peace out.